welcome back to my channel. This is ABAYOMI Adela. If you're new here, welcome. I create content based on faith, on relationship, and on lifestyle. So if you find yourself loving any of my content, please do not take time in subscribing. Guys, I need to drop my phone for this. I have an amazing guest on my channel today, and I'm pretty much very excited to have Della Abayomi on my channel today. Gosh, I am so happy. I'm shy. I'm just praying that I have the grace to do this today, because I mean, sitting down with Her Royal Majesty, put some respect beside my name, okay? Put some respect beside my name. And with you, Della Abayomi, thank you so much for agreeing or deciding to do this with me. It means so much. Thank you so much. We've never met before, like physically. We've never really had any conversation, but this is the first time, and she decided to do this for us on this channel. And a lot of us sent in questions that we really wanted to ask her concerning purpose and, you know, capacity building and all of those good stuff. So she'll be answering those questions on my channel today. Are we ready? Carry your notes and your pen and everything, and let's get started. Okay, so Della, I've gone through your Instagram page. I've gone through, you know, I've seen you organize programs and meetings, and you do amazing stuff. So honestly, you're someone I obviously look up to, and I'm sure a lot of people in our age group actually look up to. And you do a lot of stuff on purpose and all of that. So somebody is asking that, how can you start fulfilling purpose? Like, what's purpose exactly? Because people don't really understand what purpose is.
All right, thank you so much, Lamdi, for the question. I thank you for having me on your channel. I'm so excited. So yeah. The thing about purpose is, naturally, I love to talk about purpose. Like, I tell people a lot of times that you can wake me up from my sleep to talk about purpose, and I'm just always ready to talk about it, because I feel like it's the core of every human being. It's the core of anybody who God has created. So it's basically anybody. Everybody has something they're supposed to fulfill here on earth. Everybody has something God has sent them to do here on earth, and it's very important for us to know it. It's also very important for us to be able to live it out, live purposefully. So purpose for me is the very essence for which you were created. Now, I know that sounds like a cliche. You probably want to hear you have to do this, purpose is doing that, purpose is doing that, but a lot of times purpose is being more than doing. So it's like a state of state of being. It's a state of just being. Like, when somebody sees you, what can they say about you without all of the other things you're doing? So if they remove, for instance, remove Olamide's channel, remove everything she's doing, what can we say you
about
do?
Olamide?
Do you get? So when you leave out all of your businesses, all of your titles, everything, when people see you, what is that thing they talk about? What's that thing that catches their attention? So you have to be able to define that before every other thing comes in place. And purpose is very wide, but it's simple. So it's very simple. Like, it's very forget the fact that people make it look like it's so complicated. It's not that complicated. You can actually be so simple with purpose, to the point that you're not even doing anything, but you're fulfilling purpose. Like, you're not jumping around, you're just being, and you're fulfilling purpose.
And I think this answers the question I saw in the question whatever list and all of that, when someone was saying something that is purpose. Like, I in my mind, I'm like, purpose is actually who you are. Do you get? Not necessarily what you do. Doing. Do you get what I'm saying? What you like when people see you, what can they, you know, what resonates with you, that kind of stuff. So I think she already answered that part. So someone also said, how do I know my purpose? And can it just be one thing?
Okay. So yes, purpose is one thing. All right, purpose is one thing. It's that very one thing, but it's just that purpose has different expressions. So the fact that there's this thing that is your purpose doesn't mean you cannot do so many other things. We have so many sphere of influence. We have different things that we do pertaining to purpose, but purpose is one thing. You're created for one thing, but you're not created to do one thing. That's why being is different from doing. When you're doing, you can do a lot of things, but when you're being, you can only be one thing. So out of you now get to express so many other things. You now start to express a lot of things that, you know, it might even look like they're not connected, but if you look at it very well, they're actually very connected. So purpose is not just one thing. But you can do a lot of things. It's just like a tiger cannot be a tiger and a lion. a tiger cannot be a tiger, a lion, a cow, everything. A tiger is just a tiger, but a tiger can do so many other things. So that's why when you are doing something, you're not hinged on saying that these are the things that have been made for. Because one day God can come and say, stop doing that thing that you're doing. So what now happens when you stop doing that thing you are doing? Do you understand? So yes, you're not nothing because you have hinged your purpose on that thing. Your purpose is not in doing; it's actually in you.
Wow. That answers it all. Honestly, that answers it all. So purpose just has different expressions.
But it's just one thing.
Wow. So like now, if you are sent to females, you get, so you can do females in school, females that need help, females in leadership and all of that. So it just has different expressions.
Aside from that, if you are somebody who has been called for females, you would be shocked when God will tell you now have to do something pertaining to children. Why? Because He knows that women give birth to children. So that's like a connection. That's like so when we put a lot of times we put God in a box.
Now I'm getting it.
Yeah, we put God in a box a lot of times when He says, "Oh, you have been sent to females." Now He's not saying I need you to just talk to only females. He's saying I need you to talk to everything that has a connection with females. That's why you see some people, they now start to focus on the financial part of women. God has sent them to women, but they feel like God is leading me to the financial part. You see some people, they look at some point you're sent to females, but you find yourself maybe doing a program for dads because you want to connect them to their daughters. You found a space that you think you want to fill that will help you reaching out to the females. But if you don't reach out to the fathers, you will not be able to reach out to the females. So you don't put God in a box. You understand the connectivity between what you are called for and the other things, the assignment you're supposed to be doing.
So that means if God has called you to even males, to men and all of that, you know that God has even called you to politics because you are raising men for those spaces. That's amazing. True, that's amazing. So another person says, does purpose have to do with something you like to do? And how do you even go about it? Like, you imagine that I like to play. I like to try. Like, how can I relate it to purpose? How can I make it useful? I think that's what the person is saying.
I love this question very much because I love to make people understand that whatever you like doing, there's actually something God needs you to do with it. So there are different ways to know what your purpose is, and one of it, of course, is what you like doing. So a lot of times God looks at us and says, "Oh, I feel this person likes to talk. How can I channel this to purpose?" Now, your purpose might not be to be talking. Your purpose might be to be giving life to people through your words. Wow. Do you understand? But God now sees that, you love to talk. So let's use that talking somehow. Then He tells you, okay, start a YouTube channel. Then He tells you start a TV station. Then He tells you start a radio station. Do you get? But He's not now putting you in that box and saying, no, because you like talking, just be talking. No, you're not talking for a purpose.
It has to be useful.
Yes, it has to be useful. It has to be purposeful. It has to be that you're not just talking, but your talk is now being used as an instrument. Now you have to now look at what you like doing and look for a contained way of making that thing work in purpose. So if you say you like playing, you could actually play with children so much that you help them form a destiny that they don't even know about. Just playing with them. Just playing with them, because a lot of things that has to do with children and teenagers, you have to actually come down to their level. You have to actually understand them. So if you cannot play with them, there's no how you're going to instill knowledge and discipline in them. So even if you like to play, there's a purpose for your playing.
Wow.
Right? Even if you like to cook, I tell people that if you like to cook, there's a purpose for your cooking. You cannot tell me you just like to cook and you just cook. Like, there are people who create industries in cooking that help people live healthy lives. Help people live longer so that they can fulfill purpose even at old age.
God, I'm having goosebumps. Let's calm down. Because even the person behind the scenes is saying, she's swallowing it. So I don't know, like, I'm feeling goosebumps, and I don't want to be too spiritual because what I feel here is actually the Spirit of God. So, and this is just something that let's calm down. Honestly, let's calm down for me.
All right.
We'll break. Do you want to? I'm having goosebumps for you. Now, this is not even hype or anything. I'm having goosebumps for you. So let's just calm down a bit.
Okay.
Wow.
And I realized that not a lot of people that don't you find them not doing anything, or you find, when I hear people say they are bored, this is how you know people that don't know their purpose. They say they are bored, they say they don't know what to do, they feel like doing things but they don't have that push. Now the thing is that there are sometimes that you feel like, I have a lot of things to do, but no, there's a voice that will usually be shouting inside your head that you have to do this thing, because if you don't do it, a lot of lives are attached to it.
Yes.
Like, be clean them when you don't do it. So you don't do things because you feel like doing it. A lot of times when you're purposeful, you're not doing it because you feel like doing it. You're just doing it because you know that if you don't do it, this is what's going to happen, not the benefits.
Hey.
Do you understand?
Yes.
That's why it's a really deep thing, because it now comes to what God has created you for. That's why you see a lot of things happening. It's not because the devil just wants to take life. No, he doesn't want them to feel purpose.
Yeah.
That's the core of everything.
Wow. This person says, how do people do many things at the same time? How do people do it? Like, how do you achieve so much in, little time? Like, how are you able to do this? And people are seeing you're not just doing for in vain.
Yeah.
How are you doing it that people are seeing results?
All right. So, thank you for that question, because I've been looking for like a way to really answer a day that I'm going to really like break down the answer, because people really ask me that a lot. So I think the first thing you have to do is building structures and systems that actually work. So now structures and systems, in the fact that when you're not there, things can work. I learned that early enough, because I found out that with all of the things I was doing, it was very hard for me to just zone out and say, oh, I want to go on a retreat, I want to have time for myself. But it became very easy when I now understood the things of structures and systems.
Wow.
Making use of people, making good use of your time, investing in people. So when you train people enough that they can now work when you are not there, they know how much I've invested in them. So now they feel like they're paying back, but it's not actually paying back. But they feel like, oh, it's Della, we just really have to do this.
Wow.
We just have to be there. That's so much about what investment does for you when you use people and you use your time. Now, using people not because you just want to use them anyhow.
Yes.
No. But you're saying, this person, I really want to put my eyes on this person. Then you begin to try them. You start to transfer responsibility to them and say, okay, I'm not going to be around by this time. I need you to do this and this. Try them. Right? And a lot of times we say it's employment, when you're employing people, but it's not employment. You're training them, you're mentoring them, you're making sure that they're doing the things that they're supposed to be doing, right? Very well. So you're making use of people, you're making use of your time as well. Very good. Now, one thing that helped me was having to take away distractions. You have to be able to know the things that are your top priorities. So out of the 100% of the things you're supposed to do, what's the 4% that will give you an 80% result?
Wow.
So I learned this from Sabri Ruby. He was talking about how that a lot of things that we spend so much time doing the things that really do not matter. So we spend so much time chatting, we spend so much time talking, we spend too much time sleeping, right? But we don't realize that there are some things that actually form the most of the results that we need. So you need a result in your life. You need to like really put all of your time or most of your time into the things that really matter. So you're reading books, you're attending events that really matter. So you're not just attending any event, because that's what purpose makes you do. When you understand purpose, you don't attend just any event. You're not just at every gathering.
You're
to
not somewhere related to that
what
purpose.
To what you're looking for. So you have purpose is like you have a vision, you have somewhere you're heading to. But if I'm going from here to Lagos and I go and pass Abuja, I've missed my way. But I have a vision that I'm going to Lagos. It means that I have to go through Ibadan. I have to go through this place. I have to get to where I'm going to. So if I now go through another route, it's going to make my journey longer. It's going to have me waste time. So at the end of the day, I'm just able to do lesser things. So if I'm supposed to leave from Lagos to another state, I'll not be able to leave because I've gone through a longer route. So the only way you're able to get to so many places right from your purpose is understanding your time. Understanding people around you, how they can help you achieve this thing. You have to be able to understand that you can't do it on your own. You can't do it on your own, no matter how much you try. There's some things you have to delegate.
You need people.
You need you need your friends, you need people that work with you, you need mentees, you need mentors, people that you can consult when things are going wrong, people that can cheer you up when things are going right.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep.